So here's our definition again of a polynomial. We already talked about that, but we're going to talk about the degree again just because. All right, so let's see, we have negative 3x to the fourth plus 2x cubed minus x plus 8. That's a polynomial. It's in standard form because the exponents go 4, 3, 1, and 0. So they're in what we say descending order. You'll notice there's no x squared term, but that's okay. We don't have to have one. If they ask me about the leading term, this is the leading term. The leading coefficient is negative 3. And then the degree of this polynomial would be 4. It's a fourth degree polynomial. Okay, now we're going to add, and I think subtract, polynomials. But this first one is addition. How do we know it's addition? Right here. That's the addition symbol. So I have this polynomial here, and I have this polynomial here. Well, really, I don't need the parentheses. It's all like adding and subtracting, and I'm just going to combine like terms. Now, you can rewrite it without the parentheses. Usually when I do that, I just write it. Just write them all out. But you can stack them. Some of you may have done that in the past. And I don't care which way you do it. I'm just writing them out. There's a bunch of them. And then I'm going to look for the ones that are like terms. So I get to combine anybody that's an x cubed. I get to combine those together. So a negative 9x cubed and a 13x cubed, that would be what? 4x cubed. And then I look for the next terms, x squareds. So I've got 7 of them there, 2 of them there. That's plus 9x squared. And then I don't have, never mind. I have x terms. So I'm to x to the first power, right? So I've got negative 5 and negative 8. So I have to think, what's negative 5 and negative 8? Negative 13x. And you can do that on a calculator, or you can use your rules of how to combine integers. Hopefully that helps. I think of money a lot of times. Okay, and last, I have a 3 and a minus 6. So that's going to be a negative 3, and I'm done. So if you have trouble with that, you can practice. You can think about also joining the support course, and that'll give you some more practice with things like adding and subtracting integers. Okay, this one's a subtraction one, and I always say when it's subtraction, you got to be a little bit more careful. So what it means is I have to subtract, I don't know why that's jumping around, but I have to subtract all the terms in the parentheses that are behind it. You can think of it as a negative 1 that's being distributed. But I'm going to have 7x cubed minus 8x squared plus 9x minus 6. And then if you want to see the stacking, I don't know, it might be confusing on this problem if I do it that way. I won't. Okay, I'll show you out to the side. Minus 2x cubed. It's going to be plus 6x squared now because I have minus times a minus. And then it's going to be plus 3x because minus times a minus. And then it's going to be minus 9. Okay, so when I go negative 1 times 9. And then I'm going to do the same thing I was just doing. I'm going to look for x cubed terms and combine those. That's going to be 5x cubed. And then I'm going to look at x squared terms and combine those. Negative 8 and 6, that's going to be a negative 2x squared. Notice it stays in x squared. You're just like counting up how many x squareds there are. Okay, a 9x and a 3x. Sounds like 12x to me. And then I have a negative 6 and a negative 9. I like to draw the little marks underneath to make sure I don't miss any terms. But a negative 6 and a negative 9 is going to be minus 15. And that would be the term, or the polynomial, in standard form. Okay? So that was exciting. Oh, I said I'd show you how to stack them. If you wanted to stack it, it looks like this. 7x cubed minus 8x squared plus 9x minus 6. Then you'd have minus 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 3x minus 9. And sometimes I do it that way. It makes it a little easier to combine them. But just remember, when we did the subtracting, we had to put that for each term. Okay? So that's what you want to remember on the subtracting.